Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is White Dwarf issue number 500. So when you buy it in the shop, it comes in this envelope, and you get quite a few different things. There's discount code, terms and conditions code values for views from 1st of May 2024 until May 19th, so that's gone. Actually, didn't this come out on the 17th of May? So that's a bit shitty. 1st of May to 19th of May 2024. This only came out on the 17th, I believe. So yeah, that's a bit shitty. You get a Munchkin card, which is cool. Then we have loads of info cards for Grombrindle, the White Dwarf. So you can buy Grombrindle as a miniature. There's been several releases over the years in various guises. And you've got various like Warcry. I don't know what that one's for. I think that's a War Scroll for Grombrindle for games of AOS. And then this one is for Cursed Cities. So it'll be Dark and Day, or Night and Day, I should say. We then have this White Dwarf poster, which shows all the covers. Well, not all the covers, because some of them have been special edition ones where there's been multiples. But it shows every issue of White Dwarf from 1977 to 2024. And yes, I have counted. There's 22 across, 22 down. And then I think it was the 16 to make up 500 run across the top there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16. So yeah. And then on the back, you've got Grombrindle, the White Dwarf himself. So if you want to pop that up as a poster. Right, so let's just pop those aside. We then have our missions of the month for Warhammer 40k and Age of Sigmar. And we'll just open this up. We have a bunker progress card here. And this issue includes rules cards for using Grombrindle in your games, plus 3 Munchkin Warhammer 40,000 card and a huge double-sided poster. So, okay, I don't know what this is for. Beacons of Glory, Divine Intervention. So, Beacons of Glory, Makes Might Right, Icons of Ruination, and Steel Empire. I don't know what this is for. Is this for that Hex based game where the board is hexagons? I don't know what it's called. But yeah, there you go. Right, contact. Readers, letters, and pictures. So, Gore-Tex Gurnison. That's a nice mini there. I like that one. Last Stand. I was brought into the hobby by the much-loved Hero Quest and sadly overlooked Advanced Hero Quest that followed. My first White Dwarf was in the early hundreds, probably 115. Nice little diorama there. Then we got some Votan. These guys, painting question for a Votan mini. Then we had Jacob Bugsmanson and Etheric Navigator. Nice. Fire Slayers. Access granted. Armies on parade. So information about armies on parade. I don't feel that they advertise that as much now. Am I missing something? And with them getting rid of the battle boards that they used to do, which I really loved. I had the Realm of Battle, which was the one which had the 4 hill sections that made a 6 foot by 4 foot board. By getting rid of those, you know, because they had one for Age of Sigmar and then they had one for Warhammer 40k. By getting rid of those, I think they've lost out a lot. I mean, these carded mats are great and all, but they do get ruined over time. I've only had this, I don't know, about 18 months, and I've ripped it already, and like the corners are fraying and stuff. So the big plastic boards that you used to pack away into a bag, carry bag, I miss those. Right, challenges. Oh, Dark Angels. Nice. They're my chapter. Them and Grey Knights. Painting Challenge of the Month, Monsters and Machines. Crusade Campaign. I do like some of the colour schemes that they've done for the NIDs. I'm going for kind of like, I want to go for a black xenomorph look from Alien. But I'm going to use things like silver paint for the teeth, but then use like blue greys to highlight up the carapace and stuff like that. Oh, I do apologise if you can hear a lot of people talking outside. I have got the windows open. Here's your Siege Break mission. And then you have your Battle of Glimsforge mission. Divine Interventions. Okay, what are these? Warhammer Underworlds. That was it. Warhammer Underworlds. A game of near infinite variety between warbands and rival decks. Okay, so these are just cards for that. They don't relate, from what I can see, they don't relate to Grombrindle. Basic training. Shields up. It's time for a rumble. Well, let's get ready to rumble. Over the last few weeks, basic training articles, we've looked at each of the phases of Warhammer 40,000 in turn, exploring how you can get the most out of each of them. Well, now we've come to the final phase of a player's turn, and one that can make or break an army, the fight phase. Oh, I shall read this with interest. Okay, so charge, pile in, etc. Cool. Close ranks, intervention, pile in again. Yeah, I should read this with interest because I always have a bit of difficulty with the fight phase, the charge and fight phase. And then you have your scenario, your hypothetical scenario. Hobby Hangout, exploring the all-over dry brush. Okay, yeah, has its place, an all-over dry brush. I sometimes will paint a miniature and then give it a dry brush of one of the lighter colours that I've used on the miniature in order to just tie everything together. It'll be a light dry brush and it will just be there to just tie everything together in that final step. But also you can use it to tone down a wash that you might have applied, especially if you're using like sandy coloured models. Painting Caradron Barak Gloom. Caradron ready for battle. Dry brush to them all. Weathered brass. So Warlock bronze, Gehenna's gold, Sycorax bronze, and Agrax Earthshade. Metal Augmetics, Lead Belcher, Null Oil, Ironbreaker, Runefang Steel, and then Mangy Brown Fur, Mornfang Brown, Agrax Earthshade, Mornfang Brown and Bugman's Glow, and then a pure Bugman's Glow. Cool. Satellite Uplink, showing off your latest creations, plus club news from around the world. This is cool. I like the look of this chap. Legio Custodes Contemptor. Nice. Conrad Kurz. And this is a Avatar of Cain. I like these. I may just buy one just to try and do like the fiery effect on them. Wow, nice monolith. Redemptor Dreadnought, Black Templars one. And then this Saurus Old Blood on Carnosaur. Nice. Harlequin Skyweavers. Okay, in the grim darkness of the far future there is only war. Tomb Keepers. Xenos Activities. Nephilim Anomaly. Alien factions seek to profit from war in the Nephilim sector. The Rangers of Alatok. So this is background fluff by the look of it. Just talking about the sector specifically and things that have been going on. Part 2 Cryptech. So this is a bit of fiction. Necron fiction. And then the Spatial Anomaly. If temporal instability wasn't a problem enough, now you must deal with spatial flux. Is that something that you can just cure with a bit of a couple of Rene? Spatial flux. Right, boarding action mission, spatial flux. So this is an interesting thing. Space, like time, is relative, and in the galaxy of the 41st millennium, space is constantly changing. Often this is natural. Planet orbits stars, the galaxy rotates, the universe expands, space changes sometimes. However, space is affected by unnatural events such as cosmological anomalies, psychic powers, dimensional rifts, and the use of esoteric weapons. Warp space, rarely beholden to the concept of space at all, with seemingly unconnected places becoming connected or adjacent places actually being nowhere near each other. So yeah, that's an interesting thing to throw into the mix. There's 3 mission layouts there and some more. Well, no, they're the same ones as here. Yeah. So, and then Tome Keepers. It says creating company here. Third company is a great example of a fighting company having seen almost constant battle during the era of Indomitus. Moniker, the Godbreakers. Deployment, the Nephilim Anomaly and the Ultima Segmentum. Background, the company includes many of the chapter's longest serving battle brothers. They have fought the Necrons on many occasions. Commander, Captain Nasi, Baal Turgu, Keeper of the Key. Colour scheme, vellum coloured power armour with black trim on the pauldron. The company colour is red and is featured on the Imperialis. Okay. So what have we got? Some nice minis here. I like the scouts actually. And then we have a nice Mark IV Dreadnought. That is the Black Reach Dreadnought. And then we have some nice 5th Company Tome Keepers here. I'm not too sure about these Invicta war suits. What are they like in game? Are they any good? I kind of like the new Redemptor Dreadnoughts, but I still prefer the old Mark IV and Mark V Dreadnoughts and the Contemptors. They're kind of my favourite ones. So yeah, plenty of painting inspiration on these guys. The Invasion of Samarkis battle report. So this is, looks like it's going to be Tome Keepers and Votan against Genestealer Cults and not Necrons, Tyranids. Tyranids. Kill Team Mission Assault on Rig Gamma Septus. Boarding Actions Mission, boarding Naphthasis. Boarding the Nathasis deployment. Assault on Rig Gamma Scepters. See, I like these different boards. I mean, this C board is fantastic. I like this, the way it's been modelled. I like the fact that you are limited to walkways. You have to fight your way along. But using three-dimensional warfare, not only could you be attacking across, then covering fire could actually be coming from higher levels in order to allow you to move whilst under cover of covering fire from your colleagues. And I like it so that when you do things like these boards, it forces you to think differently. Forces of Reconquest. So here we go, Votan and Turnkeepers, and then we have Genestealer Cults and Tyrannus for our alien invaders. Oh, great board. I like the towers and fortification that they seem to have made here. That's pretty cool. They've used a lot of Tyrannid like scatter terrain, you know, like spines, Tyrannid spines coming up out of the ground. That's pretty cool. So yeah, about round one, Macca's Cove Beach Assault. So yeah, 3 Alien Uprising, 4 Orbital Bombardment. Oh hello, what's this? This has just arrived. What is that? The Achilles runners race around the wreck of the Naphthasis and turn their mining lasers on the Lieutenant. So we're getting a shipwreck turn up on the board. Cool. So yeah, that was like a really interesting game. I shall sit and read that. Samarkand's Conflict. And then boarding the Naphthasis. Assault on Rig Gamma Scepters. I like that board. That board is something else. And then we have some various missions here. Character enhancement, the art of digital paint over explored. Okay, so is this digital touch-ups to artwork? And then we got an article about the 500th issue of White Dwarf. Various call-outs for different magazines. The first card section is for a Warhammer house, which looks suspiciously like a house from the Middle Ages, issue 155. So I didn't come into White Dwarf until basically the release of Lord of the Rings strategy battle game, and that's how I got into it. It's nice to see some of the old covers again. Cover feature, the Heavy Metal team are given a once-in-a-lifetime challenge. So there's 2 bosses on Cave Squigs there. Loom bosses, I'm assuming, on Cave Squigs. So it looks like they are making cover displays. I like this one with Minkalesk in it. Raising the Royal Standard. The Water of Lethis. Andrasta. I like this mini. I do need to buy her at some point. Excellent vampire one. Kind of looks like he's surfing there. No Lord of the Rings ones though. That's a shame. Right, Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Here we go. We've got Fire Slayers and Caradron Overlords against Orcs, Iron Jaws. Legend of the White Dwarf. So we got some background fluff on Grombrindle. Legendary rules for Grombrindle. So yeah, War Scroll for Age of Sigmar. Oh, we've got mini game. Skull Mod Horde. Knee Deep in Gits. Grombrindle in Death Gorge. Yeah, this was that Hex game. So that's what this other. Where did they go? So that's what these two. So that's those. So that's for Death Gorge. We've had Age of Sigmar. Cities of War. This is Warcry. So that's this chap, isn't it? That's these two. And then Cursed Cities. Okay. So yeah, one-man army. White Dwarf, reforging the White Dwarf in the Mortal Realms. So these are some of his incarnations over the years. Looks really good. I do like him. Painting Grombrindle. Nice tutorial on like fur trim, cloak, the gemstone. Shards of Divinity. This is a bit of fiction for Dawnbringer Chronicles. Tale of Four Warlords, White Dwarf. Okay. So, All Hail the Dark Lord. War the Raven Skulls. So, Slaves to Darkness. And the Children of Shyish. Welcome to the Necrodame. Oh, this is nice. Like that. Church of Underneath. I've just built one of these. Ale Guzzler Giants for Stormbringer. Okay, the Court of the Grim Divine. And then the Moontown Madcaps. Plenty of colour in this. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. I like this moon. That's cool. And we have some Black Library fiction. Then inside the studio, Sylvanian Sanguine Chalice. This is Blood Bowl. And then we have our answers to Order Sir before we go into Hobby Bingo. And then that's it. So next issue on sale June 21st. So, and then we have these guys on the back. Right, so that was the bumper issue apparently of White Dwarf 500. There was quite a bit in it, I think. More than usual. Obviously our extra bits. And our poster. And our missions. So yeah, plenty to be getting on with. I like the inclusion of the War Scrolls and stuff for Grombrindle, for playing in the other games, etc. And then the Munchkin card as well. Right, anyway, hopefully you'll join me in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.